All right. Well, today on Amateur Brews, we're doing something a little more unique. We are going to take some apple juice and make our own cider. This is our first attempt across the board. Yep. So everything I know comes from watching other tutorial videos and not from any first-hand experience.
Pretty much from watching YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. So we're adding to the reservoir of knowledge in that case.
Hopefully adding stupidity to the whole equation now.
Well, yeah, if we all get sick of that, we know where to start.
The stupidity side is...
Let's just all say farewell to our loved ones.
The stupidity side is probably going to be for me, to be honest.
Okay, so with this, we're just using plain 100% apple juice. There's no preservatives in there, so that's the important part. I forgot which preservatives you have to look out for. That will stop the yeast from populating, and you'll just kind of stall out for your alcohol percentage.
When your ingredients are apple juice from concentrate and
Water.
vitamin C.
Yeah.
Yes, there's some acid in there too.
Yeah.
That's
what you want.
That's the vitamin C.
Yeah.
All right. So
Plus
Remy,
apple juice.
because we're not
naturally
mixing,
acidic.
since we're not mixing anything up with this, Remy, will you go ahead and fill up the graduated cylinder so we can take a specific gravity reading?
Where are we going with it, Apple?
Just fill it up to
250.
250. That's going to be 250.
250.
About 350.
250? 350? Yeah, and all this is sanitized already.
As you can see for the bubbles.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going to kill us right there, so.
No, it's food grade.
Okay. Food train, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Well, at least those bubbles won't kill us. Those are tasty.
Well,
bubbles.
over time it will.
Those are tasty bubbles.
So while we wait for those bubbles to kind of settle down, and Remy, do you know how to read that graduated cylinder there?
It's 250 milliliters.
Well, not that.
I don't know how to read that.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know how to read that.
Alright, so on this hydrometer, we have the specific gravity.
The hydrometer? Or
Hydrometer.
Yeah.
Hydrometer.
Okay.
Words.
Yeah, words. So, specific gravity. So, water should be at a 1 because it's measured water specific gravity. The more sugar content that's in the water, so in your wort or your, what is it called in mead and wine? I forgot what it's called there.
Words.
But yeah, whatever in your mixture to ferment, that's going to increase the specific gravity, and we can translate that specific gravity to roughly a potential alcohol percentage as long as the yeast in the mixture eats whole the sugar and brings that back down to 0.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll put the math up here somewhere.
Like right.
Yeah, somewhere here. Right here.
Right,
That could be here. So go ahead and read that. And then there's also a website that will tell you, because you're not always going to get to exactly back to 1. So
Well, our
we want
bubbles are still kind of in the
to
way.
kind of just throw that out. And you can try to kind of like pull it off to the side.
Or you can read it from below.
What?
You can read it from below.
Yeah.
I would say we're sitting probably somewhere around what? Maybe like 13, I think is what it says. I'm looking at pretty much the bottom of the bubbles.
Yeah. So which? Oh, you were looking at this?
Yes.
No, that's BRX, brick, which is also another way to measure specific gravity, but it's a
It
different.
helps us because now we can just pull it out and go like so. It's sitting at 13.
Yeah, we want the.
We're sitting at like be what 5, 6, Like 6.5%.
It's pretty
That's
good.
normal. That's normal
Okay.
for a hard cider.
Yeah, but what we're wanting to look at, Remy, is this scale right here.
Okay.
Because this is far more accurate scaling because it goes down to the it's tens, 149 thousandths place. Well, your decimals place there. It's 1.1 is the base scale in there, and then you have it goes up by the hundreds at that point with the thousandth place. That kind of like a ruler.
Yeah.
Would be.
Like 50.
What?
Like 50.
1050?
No, just 50.
Right.
Yeah, 50.
Right there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so it's be 10. So
10.
1.0.
1.5, yeah.
50. Well, so 50.
I said we're sitting at like 6.5%.
Yeah, right about there. And that's if we completely ferment.
Yeah.
The full
Because we
thing.
could take it back to
Well, it could stall out or
leave a little extra instead of drier cider, have a sweeter cider and have it lower percentage,
Well,
right?
we could, but
Where
the yeast, I have the Laughlin EC 1118. This one should go up to 18% at theoretical maximum percentage. So in theory, it should eat all the sugar that we have in here. Which would give us, yes, a dry cider, but then we could always back sweeten it.
Do I need to get a towel for you, Zach?
Oh yeah, trust me, that's what I've been thinking this whole time. But
That was President's bullshit from that.
Fuck off.
The originals.
So technically we only need like a gram of this. Just gonna put half of it in it.
pour all of it in there.
It's
many
5
grams?
grams.
Are we doing 2 jugs of cider, or are we doing...
No, we have cider, we got cranberry juice, we have grape juice, and then we have 5 pounds of honey. That bought for $12. Can you hold the water lock?
Are we talking like grape juice wine, or are we talking like grape juice?
Grape juice. See, and that may have been a mistake there because it's a little chunky, but I just wanted to try to
Well,
get the yeast into
Again, we've never done this
beginners.
before.
Yeah, okay. So this is going on. We're going to throw on our water lock here. This works on the principle that the yeast produces CO2 as it eats the sugar. So it forces gas up and through this U-bin, and then with the water in here, no bugs or other gases can get back into, and it just creates a positive pressure system, keeping everything nice and clean.
where are we? Are we streaming in here?
Yeah, we can do it in there. And we'll do an update once this starts fermenting. All right, welcome on back, everybody. This is the cider that we just started. It's been a week and it's already reached a specific gravity of 1.00. So it's eaten all the sugars in there. It's done fermenting. It's done fermenting all the sugars in this. When we go to bottle it, we will be bottle conditioning it. So we'll be adding a little bit of sugar into the bottles of sugar water to have these basically force carbonate the cider inside the bottle itself, give it a little some fuzziness, and just give it a nice little pressure to it. But while I was getting this all taken off of the yeast and siphoning it into this pitcher, was doing a little tasting. I decided, you know what? We're just gonna stick a stick of cinnamon in there and let that sit overnight. So tomorrow after I get off work, we're gonna be bottling this, and hopefully that just a nice light cinnamon flavor will be imparted to it. We are going to bottle this cider. The cinnamon sticks have been sitting here for roughly 24 hours. So we're going to go ahead and move over to the bottles and let it bottle condition. The bottle conditioning part does use A little extra sugar you add in to restart the fermentation process, but only very slightly, and that is to build up the carbonation back into the cider and carbonate the bottle within the bottle itself. So we're not really going to be changing the ABV or anything along that line. We should just be all very minute changes to it. Just get my pour here. And I'm just using simple syrup. Most of the recipes I was seeing was just dissolving sugar and water and then pouring that in there. Well, I have a 2-to-1 sugar to water ratio simple syrup that I like to use. I'll be testing it out, see if it works well for this use case scenario. Everything is completely sanitized. Everything's nice and wet with sanitation, so that's all good. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this worked on. I'll see you here at the end. Alright. So there we have it, guys. Not the most interesting process right here. We won't be doing this for all of our brews. You just get that cutscene straight to the finished product. But yeah, this time, since we are bottling, conditioning them, we're going to let them sit for about 2 weeks, just to let them ferment up in the bottle a little bit. So eat up that simple syrup that I just poured in to give it some nice carbonation and light bubbles. Now that would be about 2 weeks there. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. All right. Well, actually, I don't have to do the introduction. This is the conclusional part of this series.
Experiment 1.
Experiment 1.
Not the
Cider.
magic card.
What?
Not the magic card.
No. Alright, so this is the cider. Remember, it's been sitting for a week now. Remember last week when I did bottle this, I did let a couple cinnamon sticks soak in it for 24 hours. And we did try to back sweeten with some stevia, which is an alcohol sugar, which means it doesn't ferment.
Okay.
And then we bottle carbonated with throwing in some simple syrup. There's more researching that needs to be done into actually the proper way to bottle carbonate.
So we're talking out our ass.
Yes, that's talking out my ass. Literally, Dakota, all I did was took the simple syrup bottle, I counted to 3, I put sugar in.
Yes, the best way to do it too. Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I
no.
love it.
No, oh,
There's carbonation.
yeah.
I get on that too.
And I already
So
had
what's
it.
this percentage at? I haven't heard.
Shit, I fucked up.
You done goofed?
It's about 6.25.
Is that before or after the sugar?
The sugar wouldn't really affect it.
Well, it would change your.
Oh, hair.
Yeah, depends on how. I mean,
Depends on whose hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
My hair is alive.
Okay, so one thing, I am incredibly satisfied with the carbonation
Yeah.
level.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And it smells dry.
Oh.
She's thick.
She's thick. I get that cinnamon stick.
A little
I was
bit.
gonna say, I definitely taste that cinnamon stick.
Yeah, I think the cinnamon stick would probably.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it is good. That is.
It's not as dry as I expected it to be.
Well, no, because I
Back sweetened.
back switching with, and I still need more research on which types of the alcohol sugars I want to use.
Yeah.
Because this was just generic stevia, which there's different types of the stevia that you can use to sweeten with.
Yeah.
Just have to find one that,
It's plant sugar.
well, it's plant sugar, but we have to want to find one that, because there's a little bit of a bitterness, which I heard that some of the stevias can come with. I definitely get a little bit of the bitterness with that. But at
That's
the
why I
same
don't
time,
like stevia.
yeah. Well,
Especially in coffee.
but you just like finding one of those alcohol sugars. Because I do want to bottle carbonate, I don't want to stabilize.
Yeah.
Because to stabilize it and then back sweeten it, which means that we have to then force carbonate it, which is
CO2.
more money than I want to put into it.
CO2 can directly to the top.
Yeah. Now, if we got to the point where we're doing like like a small keg or something, I'll totally.
Possible. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we could stabilize it and sweeten with like honey, or whatever sugar we want to sweeten with.
Tastes like applesauce.
Yeah.
It does taste like applesauce.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying. I'm standing here thinking, what do you taste? I'm like, what does that taste like?
Is it my favorite cider that we've had on? No.
No.
By no means. But for something that we have made.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I mean, okay, wait.
it being
No.
made here, I'm
Alright.
not disappointed.
Plus, it's also warm. If it was cold,
I mean,
I think that it would be a lot more
we
enjoyable.
can
but-
throw another one in the fridge and do another little quick part to this.
I mean, it's not like it would take that long, because...
No, but then that's still losing a 6.
Yeah. That still leaves you with a 6-pack.
Yeah. I do like it.
Yep. It does remind me a lot of applesauce.
Yeah.
But I do see now by tasting it, I do see where you think apple wine.
Yeah, it's not compared to what I think of most ciders, or like it kind of feels more like
Apple wine.
style. But at the same
Without
time,
grapes.
but it's still wine is just fruit. Ciders, I don't know why ciders are not classified as a wine.
Because wine is.
Well, it's the
uses
higher
grapes.
percentages.
Okay, what's your...
And uses grapes.
What's
No, wine uses fruit juice.
What's your all's opinions?
Legally, of the fermenting, you have your grains, which is beer,
And whiskey.
honey.
More or less, you-
Honey is actually technically regulated under
Yeah.
wine, but fruit goes into wine.
What's your all's opinions on this compared to Angry Orchard or Strongbow?
If you compare this to unfiltered Angry Orchard,
Oh,
I like this better.
I'll take this above unfiltered Angry Orchard.
I was gonna say, this is
But
a
like,
lot
it's
smoother.
comparable to the unfiltered Angry Orchard.
Okay,
in my opinion.
but here we go. This is also like a 6.25%, 6 and a
Compared to
quarter, compared to 5.
Mm,
Yeah.
That is damn smooth.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, way smoother than I was actually expecting. I was expecting more bitterness and dry.
Now, one thing, it is not a clear.
Yeah, which is fine with me.
I was going to let Liz have a little bit, but
Oh, I was gonna leave a little. I was
Okay.
just find a little more of a sippy.
yeah,
Yes.
no. To me, yeah, you know what? This fits in more of that category of ciders where I just like sit there and sip on it for a bit.
Yeah, because I mean, not
Because-
the
Not
most
Smith and Forrest.
flavor to it. I feel like
What
compared to
the flavor's more
smooth and gentle.
mellow. It's more of a. It's subtle, so you have to sit there and you have to think about the flavors in there.
Reminds me of
'Cause
actually eating an apple.
It
Without the skin. Like if you were to
it does have
skin
kind of
an
that,
apple,
the meatiness of that apple, kind of that flavor profile, and
it doesn't have the graininess that apples has.
I like
Well,
the graininess.
I mean, I do miss the graininess of
I
it,
was gonna
but
say, yeah. If you take out
with
the
a
grainy,
little bit, a little more cinnamon, I think letting it, throwing the cinnamon in there for like 5 days.
why don't you just buy it with a small stick of cinnamon?
So that's gonna be a lot.
That would be a lot.
It's a lot of what?
Cinnamon.
Well, no, I'm talking about like a itty bitty piece, just like at the bottom, not.
Cinnamon's stupid and expensive.
Cinnamon sticks is stupid expensive.
Yes, cinnamon sticks. I looked
Just like
forever.
vanilla beans.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me buy a cinnamon stick and stick it in
Why
one.
I bought? Oh,
You buy it in like 4.
Oh no, I'm like, I am going to cut maybe a half an inch and stick in it, not a
I bought
freaking
like
full
6.
stick in a bottle like this. I think
Depends on how much you like cinnamon.
yeah.
Not that much. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy some cinnamon. but
with that new batch
Okay,
together,
Paul. Just
huh?
we can take.
That's
little
true,
stick-
yeah.
We can just do that.
get
We can do
yourself some
like
ginger.
we can do a 6-pack like that. Well, with that big one, we can do a little bottle aging experiments with it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like try a little
Just try different
experiment.
spices.
But yeah, no, I mean, I would even make some of this because this is great.
I'll get some.
Now, I do want to switch up what alcohol share we're using
Yeah.
because I do get a little bit of the bitter,
Yeah.
and I feel like if we can find the right brand and the right sugar to use, that's not.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, it's not horrible.
No, it's actually
I mean,
enjoyable.
Even a normal applesauce, you do get a little kind of tang to it.
Mm-hmm.
Not as strong as this, even though it's not even that strong. But
But it's strong in comparison to Angry Orchard, technically speaking.
it's I'm talking about normal applesauce. It's
Yeah.
strong
Percentage.
because
Well, in comparison to applesauce, it's infinitely stronger.
Oh, that is.
it depends on what kind you get, though. That's my
Well,
question. Because I've had some that
Applesauce
were.
doesn't have alcohol.
I'm not talking about the alcohol. I'm talking about the tang and flavor of it.
Oh yeah, I mean
I'm not.
homemade applesauce. It's homemade applesauce has a lot more flavor than what this.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm talking about just the flavor, not the alcohol percentage. Just take some applesauce and some of this and mix it together.
Add some yeast.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It starts breaking down to it like almost feel like more like a kombucha at that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, but I mean, I don't think
You
that's
would
it.
still drink it.
I don't even know if that would be an experiment I would want to try.
So this is the continuation of our
The
home cider.
experiment number 1.
Experiment 1.
I can't wait until we get to experiment 626.
Yes.
What, experiment 1, part 4?
How about experiment 151? We already know what it has to be.
151.
Yes.
Wait. It's like, what? A whiskey or something.
That one ship
Oh.
grass shop.
Yeah, it's 151 rum.
Ah, yes.
Bacardi.
Whoa, okay.
Other than Bacardi, this
Distilling,
makes
maybe.
151.
These still would be a lot
You're a little on
further.
the shorter
I'm
side.
still more looking for a 626.
I do like 626. And that's not 600.
Hopefully by the time we get to 626, it's you know, we own a brewery.
6.5
Yeah.
or
yeah.
6.2.6.
That would be
There we
fun.
go.
That would be fun. Alright.
Woohoo!
Gents, I like the bubbles. I have bubbles.
This one is not as bubbly.
Oh, honestly,
meaty.
it's brighter.
Reeds.
You can definitely, it's definitely.
That first one
sweeter.
probably had all the yeast.
Maybe.
But I mean, to be completely honest, this is a lot more sweeter.
Yeah.
I do like this one. Still tastes like applesauce. Not
It
as
does.
much cinnamon. Which is kind of okay with me, but
That's good.
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it, but definitely a different flavor from the first
and I
one.
bet you remember how we had the issue with these? It's because you got champagne yeast. Because if you use normal yeast on it, I bet they wouldn't have bubbled out.
Who knows?
Man, it was just so vibrant over there.
Test 6? No, test 7.
7 is next. 6 is underway. He sounds like Justin might be here.
As I'm leaving.
Hey, at least he'll see you.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Good to see you. Bye.
how many
Oh,
yeah.
has it been?
Success.
Success. I think this is
The better way to go about drinking is making your own.
Yeah.
Knowing
Technically speaking, it is less.
knowing how to make your own. Don't just
Yeah.
drink, put shit together.
If not
Yeah.
close to.
No. There's a Once you have the
amounts.
equipment.
Equipment based knowledge.
Well, even with the equipment, if you go off the equipment plus what you buy to put in, there is a point in which the amount that you spent on making your own exceeds the amount that you have spent.
No, the amount you would have spent. Yeah. There's a point because it's
like the way we're doing it.
Also, just have fun with it.
You just still buy the cider that you were already gonna drink, and then reuse the bottles.
Yes.
And just have fun with it.
And have fun.
Experiment.
Because, I mean, so far this has been extremely fun just with this first one. And seeing what you're making with the others just will last.
I mean, those have been fermenting for...
Yeah.
Have
you checked any of them?
No, they're still bubbling. They're going dry.
Definitely
those
patience.
are all going dry.
Definitely patience for
well,
this.
the mead's probably
the mead
not
won't
go
go
dry.
If the mead goes dry, holy shit.
We're hitting up in them 20s.
If the mead goes dry, I don't remember what the exact specific gravity, but like the theoretical maximum, if it was to go dry, was like 20.2% alcohol.
I thought it was 21 something.
That's no longer
something up there.
That's no longer a mead. That is schnapps.
Yeah.
Without the distilling.
Just drink it and you're good.
Yeah. There's a glass of that.
Don't go to the second one.
Oh no, go to the second one.
And only the second one because you're done.
If you go into a third,
don't drive it.
go see a doctor.
Yeah, no. For the mead, I definitely want to bottle one and then keep it for a year. Bottled.
Oh, it's like that clutch that I had from Belgium. I kept that for 6 months in the closet. I think it has.
But no, the cider, I think this is, it tastes good. The carbonation turned out better than I imagined.
Except for it seems a little inconsistent.
But across Oslo's County.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also its first match.
No, and they make pellets, sugar pellets
I
to
know.
drop in, which I'm going to do. Because that's a little more measured out.
The other thing that you can do is if you end up getting yeast in there, you can drop a sugar pellet and it'll reactivate the yeast, and then you're bottle aging plus adding extra alcohol.
Well, you don't. Yes, you add a little extra alcohol, but the point is to carbonate it from here because you degas it first to get all the old carbonation out, and then you just have the nice new, freshly carbonated within the bottle.
Dakota, this makes sense if you're paying attention.
I'm not.
Of course.
To be completely honest, I don't.
This will make sense in the grander scheme of things because I talked about this as I was bottling it.
Yeah, like if I really want to know, I just rewatch videos.
It's all. I have it all.
Good.
All done. Good. But yeah, no, it's good. I like it.
As you can see, we're already done with ours.
Because I was talking. Sorry.
No, I'm not saying anything about you talking to you being done. I'm just saying it's good. We drank it. We're done.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it.
I'm ready for
There's
that.
still some left, but
I know. Justin.
yeah.
I am ready for the
Mead.
5-gallon batch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bottle after bottle after bottle after.
Maybe.
I mean, I didn't open it, so it's not.
The only thing that I would be worried about is that since it was. Yeah, no, you're good. I would say. Wouldn't shake it too good.
Hey, Justin!
The champagne geese.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on this first experiment. Have a good one and see you next time.